He's done a lot of his camp, obviously, with Charles Oliveira. He's trained a lot. Is there anything Charles can tell him about you that you're worried about?
Yeah, Charles is gonna teach him how to tap fast. That's it.
UFC 330 main event. Yeah. Islam Makhachev taking on Ian Garry. Can Ian Garry get it done?
Nah, I think he's getting choked to sleep. That's what at least I'm hoping for. I hope Makhachev goes in there, manhandles his ass, gets his neck, and says, man.
Before I start making any picks or how I think this fight's gonna go, I need to go back and see Ian Garry fight some wrestlers, see his takedown defense, see his wall work, his get-ups. I need to see a little bit more, just refresh my memory on his grappling, because obviously Islam's gonna drown him, I think, but I need to see how good he is in those positions.
Islam's case, he actually is one of the very few people that can do whatever he wants. We've been saying that about him forever. He's a great striker. He's a great jiu-jitsu guy. He's great on the ground. He's great at judo. I mean, he's got the whole everything. He's got everything. So he can do whatever he wants. So he's a hard person to figure out, because how do you fight him? How do you fight him? Oh, we're going to take him to the ground. Okay, then now you got to deal with this stand-up. Oh, we're going to deal with this stand-up. Well, now you got to deal with these takedowns. I mean, he's so difficult to prepare for, and with Islam, we just prepare him for anybody and anybody. So it doesn't matter what style. He can fight any style. That's why I've always said we can change Islam from minute to minute, second to second on how he fights, because he's that good everywhere. And he's one of the only ones that I can say that.
As UFC 330 draws closer, Islam Makhachev mocked Ian Garry's training with Charles Oliveira, saying Oliveira could only teach him how to tap fast. Javier Mendez backed his champion, insisting Islam has every weapon needed to beat Garry by any means. Now, Islam's chilling warning has made one thing clear: he's coming to dominate. Islam Makhachev laughed off Ian Garry's decision to train with Charles Oliveira, insisting it won't change the outcome. The champion fired a brutal warning, saying the only thing Oliveira can teach Garry is how to tap fast. With that ruthless statement, Islam made it clear he expects another dominant finish at UFC 330.
He's done a lot of his camp, obviously, with Charles Oliveira. He's trained a lot. Is there anything Charles can tell him about you that you're worried about?
Yeah, Charles is gonna teach him how to tap fast. That's it.
As Islam Makhachev mocked Ian Garry's style, saying he runs too much and follows the same game plan every fight, the champion warned he'll catch Garry, take him down, and do exactly what he's done to every opponent before him. For Islam, UFC 330 won't be about chasing Ian, it will be about breaking him once he finally gets his hands on him.
Is Ian any different than your past opponents? Because obviously he's very tall, he's very rangy, he can make the fight slow if he wants to. What do you make of his skill set?
His skills, I just have to run in this camp too much, because I have to follow him, because he runs too much. I know his game plan. We always see his fight, and he has same style always. But I will try to catch him, take him down, just what I did with my all opponents.
However, Islam Makhachev revealed his camp is firing on all cylinders, with Khabib, Javier Mendez, and his entire team pushing him through brutal training sessions every day. The welterweight champion said preparation has been flawless, surrounded by trusted teammates and elite sparring partners in New Jersey. With his full team behind him and confidence at an all-time high, Islam made it clear he's preparing to deliver another dominant performance against Ian Garry.
Speaking of your own career, we're obviously a couple weeks out from your title defense against Ian Machado Garry at Philly at UFC 330. How has camp been? How's preparation been? What do you make of Ian as an opponent?
Yeah, everything is going very well. We stay in the same gym, like last couple fights we stay in New Jersey and training in Nick Cotton MMA. It's very nice gym. I have too many my brothers and friends and sparring partner with me. Almost all team is here. We're training together. Khabib is here, Javier is here, and we're training every day very hard to be ready.
Adding to that, experts Jorge Masvidal, Dustin Poirier aren't buying the Ian Garry hype, warning that Islam Makhachev's relentless grappling could completely drown the Irish contender. He admits Garry has slick footwork and solid defensive wrestling, but insists he's never faced a monster with Islam's suffocating trips, sweeps, and chain wrestling. Masvidal believes Garry's only hope is to keep running, stay long, and avoid getting trapped. In the end, he expects Islam to hunt him down, dominate him on the mat, and lock in a brutal submission.
UFC 330 main event. Islam Makhachev taking on Ian Garry. Can Ian Garry get it done?
Nah, I think he's getting choked to sleep. That's what at least I'm hoping for. I hope Makhachev goes in there, manhandles his ass, gets his neck, and says, man,
Before I start making any like
sleep.
picks or how I think this fight's gonna go, I need to go back and see Ian Garry fight some wrestlers, see his takedown defense, see his wall work, his get-ups. I need to see a little bit more, just refresh my memory on his grappling, because obviously Islam's gonna drown him, I think, but I need to see how good he is in those positions.
He's not bad defensively.
He's long. He's
took
tall.
him down, right?
Shotgun took him down, I think, but he had a lot of attempts. I think he took him down twice. His defense isn't bad, and his footwork is, I think, what keeps it amazing, but he's never grappled with a guy like Makhachev that has the sweeps, the inside trips, the upper body.
The best thing that he's got going for him is that he's not afraid to have a boring fight. He's not afraid to footwork run nonstop.
That's true.
Islam, you're talking.
Air jab,
No, Ian. He has no problem running from you the whole damn time, just touching the
jabbing at you.
Well, he's gonna have to stay long and stay away from Makhachev.
Yeah.
I just saw a clip of Islam saying, like, how are you preparing for this fight? He goes, I've been running a lot because I'm going to have to be chasing him around the octagon.
Moreover, Coach Javier Mendez fired back at Ian Garry's bold fourth-round finish prediction, calling it nothing more than confident talk and warning that chasing a specific knockout is a dangerous mindset. He insisted true champions prepare for 5 brutal rounds, not fantasy finishes, because one mistake can change everything. Mendez made it clear Team Makhachev isn't hunting for one moment, they're coming to dominate every second of the fight. For Javier, the only prediction that matters is Islam breaking Garry down with relentless pressure until every round belongs to the champion.
Ian Garry, because he had a prediction, this is his prediction about the scenario with Islam Makhachev. He said this during a press conference with Eddie Hearn. He said, my ideal scenario is I want a 4th round finish. I don't want any early knockouts because then there's ifs, buts, maybes, there's excuses. I want 4 rounds of domination. And in that 4 rounds, I'm going to tell everybody I'm going to do it now. Then I'm going to go in, I'm going to finish him. I'm going to open the door. I'm going to walk him into my traps. And then I'm going to take his head off, clean off his shoulders. Very interesting prediction. You don't usually see someone predicting a finish towards the end of the fight. What do you think is really behind what Ian Garry is saying here?
I don't know. Marketing? I'm not sure. I mean, it's good talk, you know, it's good talk, but you know, it's also short-sighted to if you really believed it, it's a bad thing to believe. You know, that's why I always have my guys never go for the finish, always go for a 5-round war. If it's a 3-round, go for a 3-round war, because anything in between that, it messes up your brain pattern, and you go, you know, just that little split second, you might have got caught with something, you know, and I don't like that. So for me, I never like my fighters saying I'm going to stop them in this round. If they do, they do, but I'm saying I don't like it. I'd rather them say I'm going to beat them for 5 rounds, you know, and that's it. If I get a finish, fantastic, but I don't want to predict the finish. I like it like that better.
Coach Javier Mendez made it crystal clear that Islam Makhachev isn't just a wrestler. He's a complete mixed martial artist with elite striking, wrestling, judo, and grappling that can overwhelm anyone. He warned that opponents never know what version of Islam they're going to face because he can dominate the fight from every position. Mendez believes Ian Garry is stepping into the octagon against the most complete fighter in the sport, one who has answers for every challenge. His message was simple: if Garry thinks he has Islam figured out, he's in for the toughest lesson of his career.
Islam's case, he actually is one of the very few people that can do whatever he wants. We've been saying that about him forever. He's a great striker. He's a great jiu-jitsu guy. He's great on the ground. He's great at judo. I mean, he's got the whole everything. He's got everything. So he can do whatever he wants. So he's a hard person to figure out, because how do you fight him? How do you fight him? Oh, we're going to take him to the ground. Okay, then now you got to deal with this stand-up. Oh, you know, well, we're going to deal with this stand-up. Well, now you got to deal with these takedowns. I mean, he's so difficult to prepare for, you know, and with Islam, we just prepare him for anybody and anybody. So it doesn't matter what style. He can fight any style. That's why I've always said we can change Islam from minute to minute, second to second on how he fights, because he's that good everywhere. You know, and he's one of the only ones that I can say that.
In the end, Coach Javier Mendez confidently declared that Ian Garry won't be the one deciding where this fight takes place. Islam Makhachev will seize control from the opening bell. He said Team Makhachev is preparing to cut Garry off, shut down his movement, and force him into a fight on Islam's terms. According to Javier, Garry can bring all the confidence he wants, but once the cage door closes, the champion's pressure will take over. His message was emphatic. This won't be Ian's fight, it will be Islam's world from start to finish.
Well, for Islam, like I've mentioned, he's so good everywhere that he doesn't propose. Propose. He doesn't pose a particular style that Islam can't handle. So that's why Islam says what he says, because no one's been able to give Islam issues on how he wants to spar. No one. He's been able to dictate how he wants to. So the only one in the past was Khabib, and that's when Khabib made him grapple. But other than that, no one. And I've never seen it from anybody, and I don't think Ian's going to be able to dictate how the fight's going to go. I think he's going to have to fight where he can fight, but he's not going to dictate. He's not. Islam is going to cut him off. He's going to do whatever he needs to do what he wants to do. It's going to be Islam's way, not Ian's way. It's going to be Islam's way. How that's going to happen, I don't know. We will wait to go into the fight, but we'll be prepared for him, and we're not underestimating him. We'd be foolish to do so because he's very tricky. He is long and he's fast. He's got good, he's got fast hands, fast kicks, and he's got decent takedown defense too. So he's always scrambling too. So he's not going to be easy. But I'm just saying, Islam has seen all of this before, so it's not like we're meeting somebody that we haven't met in sparring gym, or actually he hasn't sparred anybody like that in a real fight. He has. So we're fine. We're going to be fine with him as long as we're healthy, and the Islam that I have, that's who he is right now.
Islam Makhachev, past opponent Alexander Volkanovski, compared Islam Makhachev to a ruthless matador, saying the champion stays calm, lets opponents charge forward, then punishes every mistake with perfect timing. The former rival warned that Islam's patient counter-striking style is built to break aggressive fighters who rush in looking for a knockout. Volkanovski made it clear that anyone who recklessly hunts Makhachev risks walking straight into the champion's calculated trap.
I know Islam, their approach in their striking is to be the Matador.
Yes.
So they even say that. I'm pretty sure they even say that in the corner. I think Javier's like, be the Matador, be the Matador. It's like, bait them, let them do all the work.
Yep.
So they can counter or time the shots coming in and stuff like that. So it's funny. Islam's really good at playing their El Matador, where
Euphoria is different.
Name, but Ilya's going to be the bull.
Exactly.
In the end, Islam Makhachev has sent a ruthless warning to Ian Garry, mocking his training with Charles Oliveira and promising another dominant performance. With UFC 330 approaching, coach Javier Mendez believes Islam's complete skill set makes him a nightmare matchup for any opponent. Experts like Jorge Masvidal and Dustin Poirier doubt Garry can survive Islam's elite chain wrestling, pressure, and submission attacks. Alexander Volkanovski also highlighted Islam's calm, calculated style, warning that reckless attacks could lead fighters straight into his traps. As confidence rises inside Team Makhachev, the message is clear. Islam is preparing to control every moment and prove why he's one of the most dangerous fighters in the world. UFC 330 is shaping up to be a massive clash between Ian Garry's confidence and Islam Makhachev's championship dominance. Will Garry shock the world, or will Islam once again prove why he is nearly impossible to stop? The answers will come when these two elite fighters finally step inside the octagon. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button and subscribe for more UFC news, predictions, and fight analysis. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the biggest MMA stories and explosive updates.